Oh, hello everyone. This is Lost Child 14,000. You're watching another episode of the Total Explanation segment. Well, I'm fresh from the first 4 games of Blaze Epic, and I have no intention of stopping yet. Game 5 marks the middle of the overall list, currently put out by Larry Blazing Epically Stover. This week I've been replaying An Imp, a Fiend, the goth-clad abandoned middle child of the Blaze Epic collection. While its older brothers became hipster samurai and drug-addled spider hobo, respectively, this one chooses to shun the daylight and any trace of the conformists, you douche naws, and really tries to focus on being cool and black metal and mopey at an uncaring world full of robots. And it's really good. No, I'm not exaggerating. An Imp, a Fiend is a Blaze Epic game, you know what I mean. All except for Blaze's first magnum opus have been 2D side-view room-based wall jump platformers with different controls or mechanics each time. This one, however, is the standout. It combines the dashing and jump mechanics of Shin Samurai Jazz with open room-based free explore gameplay of Castlevania. It really seems strange to me that Samurai_Jazz and Shin Samurai Jazz were so readily compared to Dark Souls and Ninja Gaiden respectively, but this one actually seems more related to Metro-Vania/Souls world map style than any of Blaze's other games in the first place, at time of writing. Okay, no, there isn't any character progression or RPG upgrading elements or even tools, so your powers and movement capabilities are as good as they'll ever get from the start. And there's no brutal combat that will make a hardcore handjob expert attempt to play it with an inflamed BJ hero controller, set to hard mode. The story is actually semi-original, well told in terms of gameplay and exposition, and slowly revealed throughout the game as you explore. You play as a kind of part demon child in its early teens, and you're trapped in some strange limbo underworld filled with oppressive robots and animals just trying to do their own thing. Really trying to appeal to the angsty edgelord market, aren't you, Blaze? And instead of following the deranged ghost of what may or may not be your father, you instead go in search of a bunch of gems that are blocking the underworld from rising up to conquer the mortal realm, disobeying deranged ghosts of your dead dad and not taking your meds. This really is a game for the edgelords, isn't it, Blaze? Begin spoiler warning! Just fast forward to this point if you want to avoid spoilers for the game. Okay, it transpires that the gems are guarded by the spirits of the loyal servants of some long-dead king, who sacrificed all of them to the underworld ages ago, and you were made from some evil experiment to stave off you or your mother's death in childbirth. So you, being only part imp, or something, can destroy the guardian gems in death. Rebelling against Final Fantasy now, Blaze? But when the final boss needs you to die in order to take his leave, you end up fixing the world more than anything else. When Imp Fiend murders him, purely in self-defense, of course. Come to think of it, maybe that's how the universe reset itself after those 3 gangster demons in Shin Samurai Jazz split the world in half, too. Sprinkle in a handful of scenes about the father trying to reminisce about life with the child, and I honestly can't tell if the game is trying to be a tale of adventure in some kind of Lovecraftian netherrealm, or what Dag sees when he's in a self-induced no. Just hold the fuck up, because this game is way too good to be compared to that free-roaming cesspool, and not nearly good enough to be compared to the anime genre that's just threatening to come back to life. End spoilers. Overall, the story really does shimmer with deeper undertones, though. As for the gameplay, well, it's kind of rudimentary Metro-Vania, which is what an action platformer calls itself when it starts equipping itself like an open-world RPG. Enemies are everywhere, and they respawn when you come back, and there are even parts where the game makes an environmental hazard out of 2 turrets, one stacked on top of the other pointing in opposite directions. Moreover, there are keys to find in each area, the screens are well laid out, and navigation a breeze, thanks in no small part due to no impossible geometry and no characters telling you to go north, when what they really mean is go over an obstacle course that leads further to the left, dodging total bullshit and retards that give no information at all, and then left some more, and then climb up a bunch of buildings until you reach a door that may or may not have been locked. Blaze does seem to be cutting out a lot of the bullshit lately, or maybe he's just got enough friends and coworkers who play action platformers now, who knows. Each part of the world, including all gem dungeons, has its own feel and biome, and NPCs have interesting, if repetitive, dialogue. The game has no map now, but still, split-up regions and town-based mission hints in the game make navigation a breeze. Some imps are even helpful or toss out hints for you and ye doomed ass. And best of all, it's not a retarded fighter where all punches are blocked by pressing up and nearly all kicks are blocked by pressing down. It's actually good! It's actually good! I do wish you could interact with more things, more tools, power-ups that reward players for exploring, maybe even open up the game organically, maybe quest for purification or genocide of the realms, but still, exploration is really the whole point. If you like exploration as well as tense wall jump platformers, then I highly recommend. If you're triggered by demonic imagery, or you've had quite enough of the tiny character wall-based platform action lately, then give it a pass. As for your future games, Blaze, this, do this, more this, here, fuck, here, this, now, yeah! That is to say, I thought it was a return to genius and not a slapdash crapfest like the way the pixelated— Ow! God! What was that for? Not deserved. It's totally deserved. What the hell are you talking about? What do you mean you fixed it? Ladies and gentlemen, a new version of The Way the Pixelated Fist is out now, just waiting for your viewing pleasure. The game isn't completely changed, thus preserving the original intent of the creator. But now there are signs to the doors, NPCs might repeat things, maybe, I didn't play it that much, and fighting seems like slightly less of an ass. Mostly. Why not buy it now and judge it for yourself? And no, I'm not changing my original statements to better fit the game in its current state because I'm not a scorekeeper. I'm an asshat on the internet with an opinion, and I reviewed the game for the release that was available at the time, not the release that it could be now. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry.